Hey everyone, George from Elite Motorcars. I haven't had one of these and I can't remember the last time, probably 5 years at least. This one is a 2010 Land Rover Discovery LR4, finished in a beautiful dark navy blue metallic with palomino leather interior. Good looking SUV right there, guys, really is. Is this one perfect? No. Does it have a bunch of miles? Yes. But it's going to be affordable and it's wicked awesome, as we say in Boston. Take a look at that one. These are cool SUVs, they really are. I think Land Rover kind of, or even Range Rover, kind of lost their way. I used to actually buy and sell tons of these, the earlier ones, the Discoveries. I think the earlier Discovery came out in 94 and ran to like 97, 98. And the older body style Range Rovers, I used to sell tons of those on eBay back in the early 2000s. So for me to have one of these, now it's kind of unusual, but back then I used to buy and sell tons of them, especially the earlier ones. This is actually the first one of these I've actually had. The last one I had was actually a Range Rover, and that was back in, if I remember correctly, 2018, 2019. But this is a pretty cool vehicle. Got the nice alloy wheels. One thing I do like about them is this right here for the air. I think it just gives it a nice look. It's not chrome, it's silver, but it's just a nice look. Alloy wheels are in pretty decent condition. They need a little tire spent on them, but all in all decent. It's got Continental wheels, so Continental tires all around. Say tires got a good 50%, maybe 60% tread life. That wheel looks good as well. LR4. And they kind of stuck to the traditional taillight assemblies, very similar to the original Discoveries of the 90s and stuff. Because the 90s Discoveries, there was one that was very cool. I'm rambling here. But it was called SE7. The SE7 had all the options, but they were standard shift, which was super rare. Or if I remember correctly, they were 5-speed. So the alloy wheel looks good as well. And that one looks pretty decent as well. And that cool badging right there. Lights right there. Very, very European. Or British, as I might say. Got a cool grill right there. Got a little weird to it, but cool in general. But it's basically a Discovery. Yeah, I know they call it an LR4. I think it shows up online as a Discovery 2. Well, I just snuck in, took a quick look at Google. It is called an LR4, but it's basically a Discovery as far as I'm concerned. So it's basically just an updated Discovery. Pretty cool, that little feature right there with the SUV side right there. As you guys can see, this one does have a bunch of miles. Got 200,306 miles. It's got its quirks. It needs some odds and ends. It does have the keyless go. I get 2 sets of keys. I got the other key right here in my pocket. Give me a second, guys, to get it out. So there it is right there. There's the one key. And I do have the other key back at my shop. So it's got the dual zone climate control. AC seems to be working. Heated seats, we'll test out that one when we drive around. Radio seems to work. Let's find out if this moonroof works. I never tried it, guys. Oh, it does work, cool. A little too chilly for it, but it does work. Cool, cool. It's officially heated seat season. You guys can see the trees are losing the leaves. It's just sad. It's sad. And the days are getting short until December 21st. But pretty cool vehicle. It does not have the owner's manual. I have the seats up in the back, but I do have the original rubber Land Rover floor mats that will go with it. Got the little display screen there. It does have all these options here, but they're not working because it says hood open, tire pressure seems to be fine, and suspension fault. So hood is latched, but for some reason it keeps saying it's open. No idea why. So I'm leaving all of this to the next person. It seems to run and drive pretty decently. It seems to go through gear stop pretty decently. Got a little bit of a hiss up front. Can't tell if it's a wheel burn or not. It's not crazy loud, but I can hear it. And I put my seatbelt on. So give me a second here. Shut all that stuff off. Put my seatbelt on here for a second. It's making me put my seatbelt on. It's not happy. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's got all the options. It's got the automatic, the electronic emergency brake right there, which is pretty cool. It's got all the controls on the steering wheel. I think it's even got heated steering wheel. The heated seat works. We'll find out if the steering wheel works in a minute. Power locks, power mirrors, power windows, all the basic stuff. Does it have power tilt? Nope, just manual tilt wheel, cruise control. Just a nicely equipped vehicle. Nice wood grain there, cup holder there. Nice sound system. We'll mix the sound system before we go any further. That is Harman Kardon, which is pretty cool. So as we do our little test drive around Industrial Park over here, but this isn't a bad vehicle, it really is not. Honda drives pretty good. It'll be budget friendly, like I like to say. So there she is, guys. So it runs pretty good. It really does. I'm too excited about this weather today, but welcome to New England. So this one's pretty cool. I'm going to show you guys a little feature in the back I didn't even know this one had till I actually gave it a clean and I noticed it. So I thought it was pretty cool because I didn't even know it was available still on these things. So let's open up the hood and we'll check out the vehicle a little more here. Push that little magical button right there, shuts it off. Gotta hit it twice. And then we'll open the hood here. It's got a 5.0 liter V8 motor underneath the hood there. Hood for you guys. It's a good release. It's actually easy to get out of this one. So it's missing the engine cover right there. All in all, she looks pretty decent. Not perfect, but decent. Motor runs really nice. Now the back latch does not want to open. I've tried it a million times, guys. I hit it. It just, where is it? It clicks, but it doesn't want to do anything. So that is being left to the next owner. Look at this vehicle. It is a good looking vehicle, guys. It really is. I apologize for the wind, but it is a good looking vehicle. Really good looking vehicle. Really, really good looking. Got the moonroof up there. The interior is decent. Is it perfect? No, not by any means. Dash is actually very nice on this one. Steering wheel looks pretty decent. A little bit of wear, but nothing too crazy. Console looks pretty good. All the controls look good. Armrest has some wear on both sides. Upper part of the seat actually looks very nice. Bottom part has some wear and a split in the lower seam right there, as you guys can see. And the rug does show some wear as well. Door panels are weird. They're worn at the top right there. And it's got some wear down there as well. So not perfect by any means of the imagination. Rear seat looks pretty good. Does have some wear, but overall looks pretty good. Carpets have some stains. Does have some side airbags as well. Look at that third seat back there. That's pretty cool. That's why I was talking about the SE7s back in the day. Because the SE7s came with the rear jump seats that were sideways, not this way, the other way. And they were pretty cool. So I had a little bit of a thing for the Land Rovers back then. They were super cool. These are still cool, but I will admit not as cool as the older ones. I shouldn't be saying that selling this one, but just being honest. So there we are. That door panel looks good as well. Some carpet stains there. Rear seat looks pretty decent. Rear third seat back there looks absolutely beautiful. Headliner looks to be pretty good condition. Let me get the seat folded back up. does have climate controls for the rear passengers back there, as well as a skylight. Pretty cool on both ends there. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. This side looks pretty good, except the door panel, which I got a feeling this is probably common on these things. Rug looks pretty good. This seat shows pretty well. It's got a couple marks at the bottom, but all in all in good condition. Now the one part I don't like, nitpicking a vehicle, especially an older vehicle, even though this is actually pretty new for me. But to most, a 2010 is an older vehicle. So it's got some cracks in the paint there, guys. I don't know if you can see it there. It's got cracks and blotches in the paint right there. So the paint of the hood is far from perfect. Grill has some marks there. Headlights have some hazing. Mark right there. Mark right there. Haze on the headlight. Stone chips there. All in all, the paint on the side looks pretty good. Little mark right there. Little ding right there. Couple tiny little marks right there. Couple little scratches right there. Oh no, the body's actually pretty good on this one. Got some hazing right there. I could probably get a license plate bracket for here, but it's missing. Everything looks pretty good there. Wiper looks decent. It does have rear parktronics as well. Everything looks good there. A little scratch right there. A couple little minor marks there. A little scratch right there. That piece might be a little loose, I'm not positive. Little marks right there. Scuff right there. Little scratch right there. A little scratch there. So, but all in all, guys, it's a good looking, it's basically a Discovery. I don't care what they call it. They could call it an LR4, whatever they might want to call it. As far as I'm concerned, this is a Land Rover Discovery. And I know people are going to call me out for calling it a Land Rover Discovery, but that's basically what it is. So again, guys, as I wrap up the video today, and I also forgot to mention, please take a second to like and subscribe below. I'd really appreciate it. Also check me out on Instagram and Facebook, Elite Motorcars, Peabody, Massachusetts. So as I wrap up this beautiful 2010 Land Rover LR4 four-wheel drive, beautiful, cool, unique SUV. And best part about it, as you guys know I love saying it, it's budget friendly, it's affordable. I will be asking $29.95 for this one. My name is George. You're welcome to give me a call. My direct line is 978-590-0014. Again, thank you so much for watching my videos. Enjoy the rest of your day.